Hi, this is Mrs. P, and I'm back with Amelia, Bedelia, and friends play Beat the Clock. And remember last time, it's been a little while, they were looking for a time capsule that they are getting ready to open. So, chapter 6. It doesn't look like really anything. Chapter 6, Barking Up the Wrong Tree. The next morning, hordes of kids descended on Oak Tree Elementary. At drop-off, students hurried out of cars or raced off buses and headed straight for the big oak tree out front. They carried every type of tool used for digging. And then there were all sorts of shovels and spades and spoons, garden forks, hoes, and even a tiny toy trowel. The kids went right to work competing to see who could dig the deepest and the fastest. Mrs. Roman was in the school office when she got wind of what was happening out front. A mail carrier who had stopped in to deliver the mail said, "What a great idea to plant a garden out front so everyone can enjoy it." "Planting a what where?" asked Mrs. Roman. "Under the big oak. I've never seen kids so excited about digging." Oh, wait. Mrs. Roman ran out of the building. "What in the world?" she said, shaking her head. Students were laughing and chatting while flinging dirt everywhere. It looked like 50 dogs were trying to bury their bones at the same time. The old plaque engraved with the school motto and the date 1921 had been dug up and was lying on a big pile of dirt. Just then, Miss Chase, the gym teacher, jogged by. Mrs. Roman grabbed the whistle from around Mrs. Chase's neck and blew it with all of her might. The students froze. "Are you guys woodchucks or what?" yelled Mrs. Roman. "What do you think you're doing?" "Well, we're looking for the time capsule," said a boy in 2nd grade. "For Ms. Hotchkiss," said a girl in the 1st grade. "Well, she wouldn't want you hurting our oak tree or yourselves trying to find it," said Mrs. Roman. "This tree is big and strong, but if you disturb its roots, you could damage it. You don't want to go to school at Dead Oak Tree Elementary, do you? Fill up your holes and get to your classrooms pronto." Amelia Bedelia leaned on her shovel until Mrs. Roman went back inside. "Is she gone yet?" asked Clay, peeking out from behind Amelia Bedelia. "Yes, Mrs. Roman is gone, you chicken," said Cliff, shaking his head and pushing dirt back into the hole. "Clay isn't a chicken," said Amelia Bedelia. "Or a duck. Or a goose. He's our friend." "Right," said Joy, 100%. "I hereby promote Clay to the level of a turkey, but no higher," said Cliff. "You can't go through school being afraid of Mrs. Roman." Amelia Bedelia and her friends stopped by the bathrooms to wash the dirt off before heading to their classroom. They made it just in time for the morning announcements and a special message from Miss Hotchkiss. "Thanks to all of you who wanted to help locate the time capsule we learned about yesterday. We appreciate your enthusiasm. This afternoon, you may see workers around the tree using tools and equipment to locate the time capsule without harming our oak. It's an exciting project, and I will let you know as soon as they find something." Ms. Hotchkiss passed the microphone to Mrs. Roman. "Here is our fun fact for today," said Mrs. Roman. "When our school opened in 1920, 50% of the families in our town lived on farms." "Wow," said Clay. "She finally dug up a cool fact." After lunch, Amelia Bedelia and her friends gathered out back at the student lounge near the playground. Unlike the teacher's lounge, which they imagined had comfortable chairs, snacks, and a television, the student lounge just had one piece of furniture, and it was an old tree stump that had been turned into a table. The stump was nearly 3 feet in diameter and about a foot high. Clay's father was a furniture maker, and he had helped the kids turn the stump into a table. He had trimmed off the part that was old and rotten. He showed them how to use sandpaper to smooth down the top, and then they painted it with varnish to protect it from the weather. The varnish dried hard and clear, and they could count the growth rings, one per year. It must have been a very old tree. When the bell rang, they headed back to their classroom for math. Amelia Bedelia gazed out the window, distracted from her word problem by the team of workers taking measurements and pushing and pulling long metal rods in and out of the ground. One man was even using a metal detector, the kind she and her cousin Jason had been... The kind she and her cousin Jason had seen treasure hunters using at the shore during the summer. A few minutes later, Miss Hotchkiss approached the workers. From the way they were all shaking their heads, Amelia Bedelia could tell they hadn't found anything. They loaded their equipment back into their truck and waved as Miss Hotchkiss walked back inside. Now what? She thought. Or Amelia Bedelia thought, time is running out. Okay, that brings us to chapter 7, and I'll read that next week. Bye.